Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for Channel Disturbance. This is a 212A, it's a Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Redshire and it's under the command of blacksatyr. And yet again he's in platoon with Hellstrom 66 in the Jagdtiger and Nihilanus in the Wizzy 111 Model 14. Battle's about to start. Okay, well, we're off. We've got the rather fetching red tracks on this one. I'm not sure if that's an error in the program because I don't think it was intended to have red tracks, but yeah, it's a Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's designed on the chassis, I believe, of the KV-220. And, well, it's got a 203mm howitzer there. You can see... Oh, it's not coming up. There it is, 1050 alpha, and he's putting himself right in the corner of the map to shoot at the enemy. Extending his aim. Now, it's something I tend to do actually, and he's doing exactly the same. Aiming for that little wood right at the start of the battle, because somebody nearly always knocks over one of those trees, and when you do that, it actually tells you where they are. And yes, somebody has actually knocked a tree down. Two people have, so he's fired a round in, and if there was somebody in that area, then they probably got stunned, or at the very least they might have been splashed. Now, it's not a hugely long reload, 30.85 seconds, and there's a number of enemy tanks making their way up to the Zeppelin. Looks like the Kranvan's hanging back because he's got good gun depression. And the E75's with him as well. Okay, he's loaded. Just working out which one he needs to put it on. He's lining up a shot for the E75. That would have landed nearby. He was unsighted at the time the shell went in, so we don't know how much damage it did. But he's relocating. He'll need to because there's two Arty on the enemy team. One of them's an M53, M55. In fact, both of them are. Whereas on his own team, he's got an M53, 55 as well. Okay, he's loaded. Now he can get shots on that 705, so he's dialing in. And in 257 moves close. So can he hit both at the same time? Rounds out. This looks good. Yes, he got both of them. 356 off the 705, and he also picked up 397 off the 257. And of course he picks up some stun assists as well. Well, he actually damaged the tracks of the 705, so he picked up another 483 off that. Okay, well, he's relocated. There's an Object 140. He's managed to come along the river. We're loaded. 140 stopped in the river for a moment. This is where I take the opportunity normally to splash them, remind them there's Arty in this game. Rounds out. Well, it splashed up some water. We don't know if it did any damage though. If you can hear the chirping, by the way, my bird was so interested in the last battle which took place, which blacksatyr was in, he decided to come down to my desk and watch the battle himself. Well, that doesn't normally happen. In fact, it's very unusual for him to do that. So, yeah, quite special. Of course, I should actually point out, my bird is not in a cage. He doesn't live in a cage. He has a cage, but the door's always open, so he can go wherever he wants. Yes, he does, yes. He was just chirping there. Ship bomb. Line up the shot. Work out where he's going, and rounds out. Long flight time for the shell. He's pulling away. But oh my god, it was a direct hit and a penetrating shot. He did 1,204 hit points of damage with that shot. He's picked up some more damage assist, so he definitely penetrated the turret on that one. No doubt about that at all. You wouldn't have got such a high damage roll with a standard shot. Okay, he's relocating just a little bit. There's an Object 430 at the other end of the castle. And it looks like our teammates could do with a bit of an assist, but just changing position. Lining up a shot in a Jagdtiger. We just took some damage. We're almost fully dialed in. Now we're dialed in. That Russian word, by the way, we worked out what it was. 489 hit points off the Jagdtiger. That Russian word actually means reduced. And so that means the aim is fully dialed in on the target. So when the counter on that clock goes down to 0, that means it's ready, it's dialed in to fire. Now apparently there is an enemy tank destroyer in that wood area. I'm not so sure about that because we know that one of the tank destroyers is a shipman and the other one's a Jagdtiger. So maybe it's the Arty. Maybe it's the Arty's in there. Okay, well, if there is an Arty in there, he's probably aware now that we're looking for him. Unfortunately, the E100's broken through on one side. He just killed our T110E4. And Neil Helenus is actually under a lot of pressure from that 705. And there's not a lot we can do to fire at the moment. The 705 will die if he kills... Oh, yeah. And yes, the 705 did die after killing Neil Helenus, unfortunately. But Hellstrom is still alive in his Jagdtiger. And he is sitting up over that on that hill looking down on the enemy. So he should be able to get shots over to the east side of the map. At the moment we're sitting behind that rock. And we must teach you how to extend the range again so you can go directly to the target. Now he's looking into that corner of the map trying to see if there's any tracer. People are indicating that the RT shells were coming from that direction, I think. No sign of the tracer. No, I'm beginning to wonder if they are in there actually. They might have been in there, but they might have relocated. Okay, well the E100 is now getting fairly close. The M53, M55 just hit him. We can put a round into him and that looks good. Rounds out. Nice. Direct hit on his front. 138, 2 critical hits. Nice. Just needs to relocate a little. Again, he's gone back to counter battery mode to see if he can spot where the enemy RT is. They're not in the usual position because some of our teammates have actually moved through that position. So they might be just across the river somewhere on the K line. He's fired a round into the back. One of the good things about... Oh! No, I saw a tracer come out there, I think. I think that was a tracer. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was a bit confused. I thought we saw an outgoing shell. Hellstrom is about to engage the E100. Okay, we've switched back to help him. Oh, what was that? Oh, the FV4005 was just taken out by Hellstrom. That's the guy we hit earlier and penetrated. Hellstrom is just behind that rock. And I think the E100 is just behind the other rock. So if we fire the round in there, and both RTs are firing in. Okay, that's bound to upset that E100. The Object 140 has been spotted, and we've got 3 tanks homing in on him. And it looks like Hellstrom just put a round into the E100. Gone back to overhead view on the counter battery. Ah, yes, there was a tracer. Definitely, it's actually slightly to the right where the reduce name is, the aim timer. This is going to be to one side. Yeah, it's just a little to the right. About 3 centimeters to the right. That's where the tracer came from. Now, unfortunately, we lost Hellstrom, but the enemy lost their E100. Okay, slightly to the right. Or slightly to the left now. He's firing in nearby. Oh, he got the M53-55 this time. He did kill one of them. I think he splashed him. Okay, we've got a Death Star. The FP215B hiding behind that rock. There's the enemy, other enemy Arty. We fired a round in on the Death Star. Yep. If we can kill that M53, M55, that's a counter battery. Well, he just got stunned, I think, and splashed by the M53-55 on our team. But our Death Star's going in for the kill. I think he's fairly certain he can get it. And we're still at least 8 seconds away. And yes, he's killed him. So counter battery's out of the question. But here's the Death Star. We're lined up. Oh, ready? Rounds out. And splashes in for 214. So it's Death Star versus Death Star now. Okay, well, we can definitely help our teammate. And he's been stunned by the other M53-55. And there's the Object 140. Oh, this is annoying. We need to take him out the equation. Otherwise, this is going to make life very difficult for our teammate. Rounds out. Kill shot! Lovely. Oh, unfortunately, we lose the Death Star. He's explosively taken out the game. I think he lost his turret altogether. Pretty sure, yep, he's missing his turret, which is sitting on the ground a short distance away. Okay, we're reloading. Only one enemy left, it's that Death Star, and he's headed this way. The M53-55 on our team has decided to head south. Our Type 4 Heavy is capping. But I think blacksatyr wants some more damage on that Death Star, and I don't blame him either. Or is he? No, he's decided to go as well. The 50 TP has got no fear. He's actually going after that Death Star. There he is. He's up near the hill. It's been spotted. Okay, both Artys are focusing. Rounds out. Oh, direct hit! He got a direct hit there. Well, that's the 2-minute warning, and the Type 4 is still capping. And I don't think the Death Star is going to get back in time, so it's going to be a cap win. But it looks like blacksatyr is going to complete a mission as well. Or is he? Well, maybe. And that's the end of the game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Oh, it's an ace tanker for blacksatyr in the 212A. And in fact, it's his first time he's had an ace tanker in the 212A as well, because you only get those scrolls underneath when it's the first time. He managed to get a bruiser medal as well for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 19 in that one. And a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And his win 8 for that game was 6,484. Very high indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, there you go. He's actually second highest damage in the game. The high scorer was that Death Star. He got 5,151 hit points of damage in the end. Unfortunately, blacksatyr only got 4,605, so he was a little way behind. But the next highest scorer on the team was that T110E4 with 3,546. We can see that Nihilanus managed to get 2,453 hit points. He got 2 kills. And where's Hellstrom? There he is, 565 hit points of damage, 2 kills, and 635 base XP. And we can see when it comes to kills, actually it was shared between blacksatyr and the Death Star. Both got 3 kills apiece. So did the Object 140. But of course, he got a lovely shot on that Object 140 to take him out of the game. It's just a little too late, unfortunately, to also deal with the Death Star as well. When it came to base XP, he was top as well. So 1,181 base experience points in that game. He was up against tier 10 tanks, whereas the Nihilanists managed 991 base experience points, and the other M53, M55 managed to get 816 base experience points. He also picked up a Confederate. And where is Hellstrom? There he is down there with 635. I think I mentioned him already. So we can see that blacksatyr fired 17 rounds in that game, got 5 direct hits and 1 penetration. Pretty sure that penetration was on the ship barn. We can just check that. Yes, it was. 1,204 hit points with 1 shot. He also got 16 splash, damage of 4,605 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 3. Did 483 hit points of damage assist and 709 hit points of stun assist off 14 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 58,010 credits, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, he took home 5,540 credits. He received 5 bonds for the Gore's medal and got 1,771 XP times 2 for the first victory, got 3,544 for completing the mission and events, took home 7,087 experience points altogether. So a very good round there for blacksatyr, first ace tanker in the 212A. Now the Object 261, that's a bit of fun. Can't wait to see you get the ace in that one. Thanks for watching.